90% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody.
This is going to be probably the most emotional sports take that I've done, because today I'm saying goodbye to the greatest player in Miami Heat history, all-time favorite player ever. For anybody who hasn't heard or has been sleeping under a rock or anything like that, Dwyane Wade is gone. After 13 years with the Miami Heat, he is signing with the Chicago Bulls, his hometown team. 2 years, $47 million, I believe, is the terms of the contract. So he's gone. And for anybody that did not know, I'm a huge Miami Heat fan. They are my favorite basketball team. I am a Heat lifer. I'm a proud member of Heat Nation, and I love my Miami Heat. So this hurts. This hurts. This hit me really hard yesterday. I was depressed as hell at work. I didn't pick up a drinking habit, but I drank a lot of water, like an absurd amount of water, for somebody that wasn't really thirsty. I damn near felt like crying, man, all day today. I did not want to do this video. I did not want to sit up here and talk about Wade, but I have to say goodbye. Dwyane Wade is probably the biggest reason why I became a Miami Heat fan in the first place. I loved Wade going all the way back to his college days in Marquette. I loved his explosion. I loved his driving ability. Wade to me was the best at that. He got drafted by Miami, and I immediately wanted to find out everything I could about Miami. I went back and watched old games, old playoff games. I researched their history. I looked back and looked at some of the players that they've had in their organization. I looked at the front office. I just found myself falling in love with their culture and their identity. I mean, they have an identity that's based on work and defense and toughness, heart, loyalty, family, more important than anything, family. I was already a big Wade fan, and this just kind of sealed it for me. And so I've been a Heat fan ever since. D-Wade's gone, but I will always be a Heat lifer. I will always be a part of Heat Nation, and the Miami Heat will always be my team. But it's hard to put into words everything that Wade has meant. I mean, he's my idol. He's somebody that I looked up to. I didn't just think he was a great athlete. I thought that he was a great human being, the way he carried himself off the court. And essentially, I loved watching Wade these 13 years because it's like he's grown up with us watching him, and I've grown up watching him too. Wade is the most important sports figure in Miami history, in my opinion. You could argue Dan Marino, certainly, but for me, Wade, he's a three-time champion. The success that he brought to Miami, the sacrifices that he made, the moments that he had with this city, Wade is Miami. Like, he's Mr. Miami. When you think of Miami, you think of Wade. He is the most resonating sports figure, the most legendary sports guy in that town ever, in my opinion. This whole situation with him and the Heat is so fucked on multiple levels, man. Full disclaimer, I'm biased, okay? I'm obviously biased. I'm always going to be more biased towards Wade because Wade is my all-time favorite player. So if anybody wants to accuse me of not looking at this objectively, I agree with you. I'm not looking at this objectively. I'm not looking at this with perspective. I am looking at this purely as a Wade fan. I think the Heat did him dirty on his way out, guys. That's just my opinion. I think that the Heat pushed him out the door. They didn't fight for him. They didn't make him feel important. And that's really what this came down to. A lot of people are throwing money and figures and stuff around. I don't think it was about the money, really. I think that Wade would have been perfectly fine with the 2 years, $40 million. I think he wanted a third year or he wanted a raise. But I think really what it came down to for Wade was he felt disrespected. He felt used. He felt like nobody cared about him anymore. He felt like the Heat took him for granted. And if you look at the sacrifices that he's made, he's given up over $25 million. You could argue that he chose to do that, but my point is he didn't have to. He could have just been like, build a team around me and give me my money. Instead, he willingly took less money. He recruited players. He's the biggest reason why LeBron and Chris Bosh came to Miami and helped us get those 2 championships. Not only was he clutch and he made big plays during those championship runs, he willingly stepped aside in his prime for LeBron James. He played through injury. He's continually been an afterthought, though. I mean, when LeBron left, they immediately give Chris Bosh $23 million. So they prioritized Bosh. The next offseason, they prioritized Dragic over Wade, and they waited to take care of Wade. This offseason, he wanted to stay. He wanted to be in Miami. He wanted to retire in Miami. But at the end of the day, Pat Riley, and I do think a lot of this falls on Pat Riley's shoulders, is really more concerned with big whale hunting and trying to build the team for the future and flexibility. So from a business standpoint, maybe he made the right choice. But I think it's wrong. I think that if they had prioritized Wade, if they had made him feel important from the beginning, this wouldn't have happened. Instead, they waited around and tried to recruit Kevin Durant. They gave Hassan Whiteside his money. Wade is looking around the league at all of these people getting all this money, all these big-ass contracts. And it's like, damn, brother, I'm the face of this franchise. You over here valuing Kevin Durant more than you value me. And I heard that they offered him $10 million. $10 million. That's insulting. You don't think Wade is worth $10 million? He was our best player last year, and he still carried us in the playoffs without Bosh. There is nobody on this earth that is going to be able to convince me. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way that if they wanted to, Wade would not still be wearing a Heat uniform. At the end of the day, they didn't want to enough, is my personal opinion. They kept saying they'll take care of you, but at some point the trust just got broken. And I know a lot of this stems from personal problems with him and Pat Riley. Pat Riley has issues with him and LeBron's friendship. He has issues with Wade, kind of airing the dirty laundry from last summer. The Heat are a very private, close-knit organization, so they don't like a lot of leaks. I'm with Wade. I think that they did him dirty. They disrespected him. They pushed him out the door. And I'm pissed because I wanted Wade to finish in Miami. But I also understand this is sports, and you don't get everything you want sometimes in sports, and sometimes it is just a business. I have so many favorite moments from Wade. The double overtime classic he had against the Bulls where he hit the game-winning 3 off of one leg.
Matchup right here for the Heat.
Chalmers, Wade with a steal, with 2. Wade puts it up for the win.
Yeah, baby!
He did it! He did it! Dwyane Wade with the steal.
The buzzer and the light. He runs over to share it with the fans. Oh my, we are witnessing one of the great players to ever play in this league.
The finals performance where he dropped 42 and grabbed 13 boards to keep us from going down 3-0 in our first finals.
Sit down, and just like that, it's back to 6. Wade trying to find an opening, banks it in. Foul! Every time we start talking about the knee, he put it in. 5-point game. Good timeout, Dallas. Good timeout.
Oh, what a great hang time. The hang time was terrific because of the threat of the shot.
Wade.
And by Wade. There you go.
32 points that he had in that series against the Spurs. Game 4, about to go down 3-1. Wade was vintage in that game. He was unstoppable. 32, 6 steals.
Green, bad pass, stolen by Wade. Oh, gets in and throws it down.
And frankly, these have to be fouls early.
Wade has given us so many great moments over the years. I don't know if I have a truly favorite Wade moment. All I know is that Wade, you'll always be my favorite player. I love you forever. I'm Heat Nation forever, so I love my Miami Heat, and they're always gonna be my favorite team. But I do root for Wade, so as a result, I'm gonna be interested to see how he does on the Bulls. It hurts. I'm heartbroken. I'm really keeping my emotions in check. Y'all didn't see me earlier. I was a hot mess. I wish Wade the best of luck. I'm thankful to everything he did for us for 13 years. I love you, Wade. You'll always have a place in my heart as my #1 favorite player of all time. And Heat Nation, let's see how we can bounce back from this, man. Let's see what our future holds. Let's see what happens. I'm excited to see it. Goodbye, D. Wade. From the bottom of my heart and from real Heat fans all over the country, all over the world, this will always be your house. American Airlines Arena will always be your house, Wade. Thank you so much, and God bless. Thank you, guys. I sounded really drained during this. It was very emotional. But as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Bye, Wade.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began.